funny. We were in Thailand. This is our family. About 4 years, we took our biggest leap of faith as a family, where we put our house on the market. We put everything in storage, all our belongings. We took all of our savings out, and we set off to film a family travel show. We had 2 networks that were interested, but they were like figuring out and arguing about legalities. And so we made the bold step of feeling like at some point, you just need to like show people you believe in your dream, regardless of what they think. And we stepped out there. With tickets into Thailand, and we had no money to get us out of Thailand. And so we were basically in this jungle for about 2 months trying to figure out what to do. But Thailand we know really well because we've gone there 8 times over the last 10 years as a family. We rent a house in the jungle for 6 weeks at a time and take photos of monkeys and apes. And so if you're gonna be stuck anywhere, Thailand's a great place to be stuck. So we kind of strategically planned that. But we're on this bamboo raft, and we have our camera guy that's come with us. And I will never forget, I'm standing at the end of this bamboo raft, and we're going like really deep into the jungle. And I'm talking about the canopy and the wildlife and the gibbon apes that sing and their habitat and all this. And all of a sudden, I noticed that I don't see Brian. I'm like, where did Brian go? I mean, there's not that many places to hide on this raft. I mean, what you see is like what you get. And I mean, it's a miracle to me that we even float on this with all of our camera gear. And so I look at the kids who are facing me, and I'm like, where's Dad? And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, how can we lose Dad? This doesn't make any sense to me. And so all of a sudden, so I tell the Thai guy, I'm like, okay, time out. We got to stop going. We can't go any farther up until I know where my husband is. And I'm like starting to freak out that like maybe he's fallen off and drowned or something. But in my head, I know that he knows how to swim. And so I'm just so confused. And all of a sudden, out in the distance, Brian pops up out of the water. And I'm like, oh, he just, I guess, wanted to go for a swim. Would have been nice if he told me, but like, okay, but at least he's okay. So I wave to him, and I'm like, hey, babe, like, what do you want to do? And he doesn't wave back. He goes back under the water. Okay, so you know you have those moments with your husband when you're like, what the heck is going on, right? And so he goes, all the white flags go up in the air. And so he goes back under the water, and so I say to the kids, okay, hold on, I'm gonna go out, swim out to Dad and see what's going on. And so I dive in the water, I swim out to him, and I get close to him, and I'm like, hey, and he comes up again. And I'm like, hey, babe, like, what's going on? And he goes back under the water. Well, now I'm getting annoyed. And so I'm like, the next time he comes out of the water, I'm going to go crazy if he doesn't talk to me. So he comes back out of the water, and before I can say anything, he looks at me and he goes, I'm so angry right now. I am so angry. I could just scream. And he goes back under the water, and it's literally just screaming under the water. And so then he comes back up, and he's like, I can't stand this. I don't know what we're doing. I just feel like, you know, our camera guy, he went to school for this. He's done this before. Who am I? Because this family travel show was really Brian's vision. It was his baby. And so all of a sudden, he's just like, who am I? Who do I think I am, that I know what it takes to do a show like this? We've done the Disney show, we've done other projects, but we've never done a 30 to 60-minute show. And then he goes back under the water again. And I'm sitting there just going, oh my gosh, I just gave up my home. I gave up all my savings, and he's about ready to ditch this whole thing. And so now I'm crying as I'm trading water, and he comes back up, and I'm like, you can't quit. And so basically what he's doing underwater is he is punching, and he is kicking, and he is screaming, and he doesn't want to do that on the bamboo raft and freak out the kids, so that's why he's underwater. So every time he goes underwater, he's just like, ah, you know, just going crazy. Well, so finally, like, I'm like, okay, babe, we need to go back to the raft and just talk about this. So we get back on the raft, and we head back to these floating bamboo huts, because you have to sleep in floating bamboo huts when you're this deep in the jungle, because wild herds of elephants come down at night to drink from the lake, and jaguar, and all these amazing, like, wildlife, and so it's just important for you to be on the water. And so, so we're like walking back to these floating bamboo huts, and I look at Brian, and I'm just like, well, what are we gonna do? Because, you know, I understand that the camera guy is more qualified. I understand that he's gone to school for it. He has more experience in it, but you're the one who had the vision. Like, you see it better than any of us do. You know what it's supposed to look like. If you set it down and you hand it over to him, I feel like it's like you're letting someone adopt your child, because you're just saying, you know what, you're more qualified, so why don't you take it from here? How many of us do that? We have this vision, right? We have this thing inside of us in our heart, and we start to do it, and then all of a sudden we start meeting people who have already done it, who maybe actually went to school for it, who are already finding success with it, and we're just like, well, who are we to think that we should do this? And yet we're the only ones that have that vision. We're the only ones who see it in a specific way. So he decided to talk with the camera guy. They came to some kind of agreement. But can I just tell you, this was only month 2. We were on the road for almost 5 months. Can I tell you that he continued to have to battle that fear, that doubt, that sense of guilt of asking his family to give up everything to do this when he is probably not the most qualified person to do it, and there's no guarantee of what's going to happen with any of this? I mean, that's a real place, right? That's a raw place. And yet, I'm so glad that he stuck with it. Can I show you a clip of it so you can see? Okay.
I hear a lot of people say you gotta get all your travel in before you have kids.
Don't listen to that.
We sold our home,
Grabbed our camera gear, and bought one-way tickets
to discover
the world.
Now we want to show others how exciting and easy it can be to build lasting memories with the people they love by visiting destinations close to home and far away. Adventure Family inspires families to unplug from their daily routines and do something amazing together.
Mom, you're doing awesome.
Brian and I know that if we want to tell our kids, shoot for the stars, you can be anything when you grow up, we had better model it for them.
babe, you ready to get some wind in your hair and hit the road?
The reward in taking the risk and getting to know a culture that is not your own is incredible.
So today we're doing Thai boxing, and this is Mr. Lon who will be teaching us. And I'm super excited to do this.
Regardless of the different worlds we come from, we can still laugh and dance together and maybe build friendships that will last a lifetime.